All right, behind us is a group of people with green T-shirts. If I say Vanilla Hill, what are you going to say?
Yeah, we go!
All right, they're Vanilla Hill. They're supposedly sponsoring a team. Once again, we're underneath the big fig trees along the banks of the Macal River on the Santa Elena side. Behind us is the wooden bridge, the Earl Haylock Bridge. If you notice, Jerry, this is the attitude. This is the way de la Ruta Maya, and I'm very sorry for you. You are not in a canoe this year. Nonetheless, tell me when you see this crowd, how you feel.
Javier, I can't explain the feeling that I have because it's the first time standing on this side of the river watching the bridge. Normally, I am in a canoe coming towards the bridge, but this feeling on this side is pretty awesome. I think I can do it one more time. I don't know, but let's check out this turnout, Javier. Everybody been waiting for this all the year round. Look at this. Look at all these people, Javier.
This is it. This is a very, very beautiful morning. As I said before, the skies are a little bit overcast. It's still very early. It's only about 3 minutes before 7 o'clock. The race is soon going to kick off, and a multitude of people standing along the banks of the Macal River. This area that we're standing on, Jerry, is the area that we call the Bacadilla in town years ago. The logs were brought into this area, they were stored in this area, and when the floods came down, it used to get washed away all the way to Barrel Boom, and that was the part of the logging industry that was very beautiful along this part of the country.
Yeah, Javier, I never get to saw that. I was a little bit too young, but I heard a lot about that. You know, all those logs that used to pile up in Barrel Boom. My dad used to talk about all those logs passing, you know, for days, the logs, they want to get across the river, and the amount of logs passing on the river, I could imagine. But the next thing again, did it do any good for us?
Well, I will not get into the political question. It's very political. We're going to get there sometime before the race is over. Nonetheless, it looks like the race is off, and we are going to kick it off from here. It looks like the race is off. And you know what? I have on a shoe, and if I get wet and it gets wet all day, you know what? So be it. But the race is off. The La Ruta Maya 2019 is on. Jerry, adrenaline is beginning to pump. If you notice, the teams are coming. Yeah, I notice you have goosebumps, Jerry. Yeah, and you can literally, I want you to explain to me very quickly before they get here. Why the goosebumps? Why the goosebumps?
I'm watching one of my little friends from Boom. I paddled with those guys a couple of years ago, and he lived with one of my nieces. Those are the guys that are leading right now. I don't remember the name of the team, but we got my cousin and two other guys from Boom. Remember the Sprouts? Remember the Sprouts? Those are the Sprouts now. These are bigger guys now. That's Tyreek, Thompson, and I can't remember these guys' names.
All right, be informed across the bridge first, followed by Niche. That's all I can see for now. Vanilla Hills is going for it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Those are going to be the big guns of the La Ruta Maya. The ones that you see passing the bridge at this time first are the ones that I am more than certain, Jerry, are going to be getting away, and that's how the race begins to form officially on top of the water as you paddle.
Yeah, Javier, you know, this is very exciting. A lot of teams are passing. I could see Sports are passing. I could see Grumpy Old Man, and I don't see my brother. I don't know where Chris is. I don't know where Chris' team is.
He's somewhere along the mix, I'm very sure. 61 teams on the river today. The people are very, very happy. They're screaming, blowing horns. This is the La Ruta Maya, Jerry.
Yes, and hardly particular is taking their time. They don't particular at all, Javier. They're taking their time, cruising in. A lot of guys spill before the bridge. You know why that's, Javier? That's because a lot of excitement. They're so anxious. Everybody thinking about getting across. If you know, we have guys stuck in the bridge right now. Want to guide these canoes. I just hope they get out safe and make it through. It's 4 days, guys. Just take your time. It's 4 days, and make it down the river.
That's right, this is the beginning of the La Ruta Maya 2019. A lot of people standing along the banks of the Macal River. The wooden bridge, the Earl Haylock Bridge, is full of people. The canoes have passed by, but some that are doing it for leisure purposes are still very easily crossing that bridge. The race has actually formed. The big guns are gone, and believe it or not, it's going to be competitive. We're going to be bringing it live to you play by play as the race unfolds on the river top. This segment of the race was brought to you through the kind courtesy, or streaming was brought through the kind courtesy of Smart. All right, and as I said before, Jerry, the day looks a little bit overcast. If you look at the skies, I don't know if it's because the fog has not fallen yet, but it seems to me that it's going to be a little day today that, you know, it's going to be probably a little cloudy, maybe even a little rainy.
Yeah, Javier, I would hope not. You know, the paddlers, they don't like rain much. Well, me, I don't like to paddle in rain.
Tell me why.
Because it's hard to keep warm. You know, you try to work your body up to a temperature so you can keep your muscle flowing smoothly. And if you got rain now and then you got sun, you cool off and then you heat up. It's just like an engine. You try to keep that engine going. You know, we have a team spill right before the bridge again. Yes, back to keeping warm. The most important thing in this race today, Javier, is rehydration. And to rehydrate, you need a lot of water. And where do we get our water from?
We get our water from the best water in Belize is Bella Vida. That's the water we're going to be drinking today, of course. But Jerry, it's very, very good to have you here. That's the reason I like you on the microphone side, because you give me technical information. I always thought that if the day was a little bit gloomy like this, it would be better. Honest to goodness, I always thought it would be better.
Yeah, it's better to start a race. But after the race starts, you want the day to get heat up a little bit. You want to lose some salt. If you lose too much salt, again, it's bad. If you lose some, it's good. If it's too cloudy like this, you could overwork your body, and then tomorrow it's going to be very, very critical for your hydration. Tomorrow is a longer stage. You need to pay attention to the fine print of the whole aspect of the race. Today, if it's cool like this, you don't want to work too hard, but you don't want to work too little. You need to it's a balance between a good race, in good sports.
So in other words, you just don't sit in a canoe and paddle?
No. If you sit in the canoe and paddle, then I think I need to get back in, Javier. I need to get out there. I need to, but I also, you guys need me on the side, so you know people can get the idea of what's going on in the canoe and off the canoe.
Yes, because to me it seemed that while you're in the canoe paddling and the day is a little gloomy like this, you're telling me that you have to add and subtract. You have to decide, this is what we're going to do, that is what we're going to do. I honestly thought that a day like this would just make my paddle be in that water just chumming 60, 70, 90 paddles per minute or even more. And you're telling me that that's not the case.
No, that's not the case, Javier. We try to, today, to me the day looked bleaky. But the thing is, who knows? A bleaky day like this can get hot. And it's a possibility for the day to get hot. You don't want to, don't get me wrong. It's nice to start a race like this. You all cool, you try to warm up for the race, then you start, and then you move off. After 2 hours into this race, you want that heat. You want to put some heat on your opponent, and you want to keep your body warm. So that's why I say we always prefer to paddle in a hotter environment.
That's right, and as the day unfolds, we're going to be bringing the race. We're going to go to the Esperanza village area, Jerry. Then from there we go to the Baking Pot Ferry, and then of course to that big beautiful bridge that takes you across to Spanish Lookout. It's going to be quite an interesting day. Further down the river, as you know more than everybody else, we have some nice rapids, so we have to be very careful. If you notice, I think the dam is generating some electricity today because the river was very, very low a few days ago, but today, abruptly, we have beautiful water along the way flowing.
Yeah, and last night when we passed, I was watching off the low crossing bridge. I said, you know, it's a lot lower than last year, and you say they're probably going to let out some water, but they do let out water every year for the race to get off good. So we got some water on the river.
That's right. Again, a beautiful day along the banks of the river. We're going to go to Esperanza to meet and join Rhonda and her broadcasting team. For now, Jerry, thank you very much, Drew. And this section of streaming was brought through the kind courtesy of Smart.